Welcome, everybody. What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, squad?
Oh, listen to that.
What's up, everyone?
Oh, that's awesome. We're finally all together, the three of us. I'm AJ. We got...
You got Baxx a billion in the building.
And Lara.
Welcome. We finally got together in person to do our podcast because we need to sound much better. But Skype was pretty good for us during this COVID crap. So what's going on? We're finally together. So if you guys listened to the podcast early in this week that I recorded and Baxx popped on to say hi, we're actually just revamping our show, and we're going to be, we came up with a new name we're going to reveal in just a minute. And let's just cut to the chase. So, Laura, do you want to have the honors of saying what the name of the show is?
I think Baxx should. I like the way he says it.
I want you to say it. What you talking about, Lil B?
Yes. What you talking about, Lil B? Sort of like reminds you of that TV show, Different Strokes. Remember that back in the 80s, late 70s?
Definitely, I definitely do. We got to explain a little bit about what it means, though, AJ, for the
Absolutely.
people that don't know.
Okay, so what you talking about, Lil B? So obviously we have Laura, we got AJ, and we got Baxx. So L's for Laura, A's for AJ, and B's for Baxx. So that's how we decided to come a little unique with our name and throw it into an old icon saying, hopefully it's not copyrighted.
I think if you add Willis, it would be, but...
Yeah. But yeah, we all sound great. I mean, I love the sound of the microphone here. We're just doing a test run tonight. This is just another improv show, and we really don't have too much content, but we're just trying to come up with different names. We're going to come up with our new logo, and and we just decided on a theme song, so we just need to do the last final touches on our theme song. But what else is going on with you guys? I finally meet you in person.
Definitely, man. Face to face, man. Listen, man. Hopefully we winding down this COVID era thing that's going on. The world is crazy. We still quarantining, but I don't know. Florida is a little wild right now. I see the news says that the cases are going back up, but I feel good. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling great. Honestly, this is the first time I ever met AJ. So face to face. You look exactly like your picture, by the way. So
good.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't. What do they say?
No surprises.
No fluffing. Was that going on a bad date? You like in my case, a girl gives me their picture.
Catfishing.
Catfishing. That's the word.
I catfish people all the time.
So I just want to say, good to meet you. We finally met up in person. And, we are on a bunch of different platforms. I just want to share with you guys. So we're going to be coming up with a new email address. We're still going to use the same Facebook page, but we're going to be changing our name to...
What you talking about, Lil B?
Exactly. So we'll be coming up with the new content on our Facebook page, and Baxx got some good music coming along. We're working on our thumbnail, so don't mind our cheesy little microphone with the headphones thumbnail, but these podcast platforms need a good some sort of picture. So the platforms that we are on Podbean, we're on Apple, we are on TuneIn Radio, Spotify, iHeart, YouTube. So I need a little extra time to do the YouTube. That doesn't happen overnight. But anyway, Google Play and Stitcher. And our newest one we just got approved this morning was called Castbox.
Okay.
So with Castbox, actually that was recommended to me actually by a coworker of mine. She was asking me about our podcast, and she says, "Where can I find it?" I said, "Oh, what do you have?" She says, "Oh, I listen to Castbox." I was like, "Oh, I never heard of that." So I went through the whole process and signed up, and bam, that's it.
Castbox, here we come.
So what is going on with you guys?
Well, like I said, man, I'm not really doing much, man. I'm just really sitting here chilling. I'm glad that we back and going with this podcast because I've been over at the house biting my nails off, nothing else to do. Just basically, trying to wait till the world gets back normal. Hopefully it does get back normal. But some things don't need to go back normal. Some things I like how they are, Like, for one, the donuts at Wawa's, I love how they're wrapped up, bro. Like, they should stay wrapped up. Wawa's, Keep your donuts wrapped up. I promise you, that's the best thing that you guys could have done. It makes me feel so safe, you know, like before, like just going in and grabbing a donut, you don't know what people did. You know what I'm saying? People might touch it
and drop it on the floor.
Yeah,
and
drop it on the floor.
And you get a little bratty kid. I don't want chocolate. Put it back. I want vanilla. You know?
Yeah, like stick it with your thumbs type shit. Like,
Oh,
you know
gross.
what? You know what? This time they're wrapped up. It makes me feel a lot safer. Wawas, keep the donuts wrapped up, please.
Yeah, Wawas, if you're listening, like Baxx said, some things should stay the same, but some things should not. I don't know if you agree with me, AJ, but the aisles in Publix.
I talked about that the other day.
Going one direction and coming around, and there's public Nazis there. Publix Nazis. But listen, I cheat. You guys can do this too. They don't pay attention. You just take your cart on the back wall of Publix, and you just leave your cart in the back, and you run down each aisle and grab your stuff and then run back to your cart. You're too fast for them. They can't say anything to you.
Okay, that's one way of doing it. Now,
it's the only way.
Now, Laura, you need to admit something, okay? If you folks, haven't listened to our previous shows, it's still in our episode history. I did record a podcast early this week. Laura, did you listen to my podcast that I recorded by myself on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday? Did you?
I did not. And let me explain why, though.
Okay.
I was on Facebook.
but you can't play it in the background while you're, little theater music in the background or a podcast show.
I was concentrating. Like the president concentrates on his tweets. I was concentrating on my Facebook posts. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I'll listen to it when I go home.
Okay.
I'm sure it was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, thanks for the comments, folks. I had some people reach out to me, believe it or not. Actually, some people reach out to me and gave me some feedback. And one person said to me, I'm very soothing with my voice. I take that as a major compliment. Thank you. I don't know if I'm really soothing, but that's what she says.
Nah, bro, you got that voice, definitely. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know about soothing. I'm a man, but it was definitely something about your voice that made me say, you know what? I think this podcast thing could definitely work, bro. You are definitely a good piece to the puzzle with this podcast, man. What you talking about, Lil B?
What you talking about, Lil B? Now I need to practice. I got to figure a way for my hook to when I open the show. What you talking about, Lil B? I don't know. What do you think of that one?
I like that one.
I like it. I like the way Baxx says it.
Maybe we could have you say it. I could point to you when because we're recording in the same room here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I don't mind that. That'll work. What you talking about, Lil B?
I love it. I love it. So what else you guys been up to? I know, Lori, any interesting dating stories, Reddit stories, creepy people stories?
I always have those. Okay. Baxx, you've seen my posts. So I don't know if I can say this, or do we have to edit things out?
I have the capability to edit things out, but, go, shoot.
All right.
Shoot.
So I posted a selfie on Reddit. It was completely normal. There wasn't anything bad about it. It was just me in a swimsuit. And no, this is even more of a regular selfie. It was me in a t-shirt and shorts. And this guy messaged me and said, "Not gonna lie, I came so hard while staring into your eyes." Yeah, exactly.
Did he really? That's just gross.
Yes. So I don't know if that's normal among men, but I got that. Then I posted another selfie of me in a bathing suit, and it was the exact opposite reaction, where some guy got mad at me and said I was an attention whore for posting a selfie. So now I don't know what to do. Do I post? Do I not post? I don't know. Hey,
you live once, do it.
Listen, you do exactly what you want to do. You're a grown woman. Nobody on social media gets to tell you what to do. You hear me? They don't get to tell you what to do. These are people on social media. Why do they even have jurisdiction over your life on social media? That's what I hate about social media. People get mad at what you post. They get mad at your opinions. They get mad at everything. If you don't like certain things, just delete yourself from my page. You don't have to see it. Why does so much of an individual's personality grind another stranger's gears? I don't understand that, bro.
You know what really grinds my gears?
I was about to say, he came onto my page and got mad that I posted a selfie. And then he rage quit. He went on calling me names and then blocked me. So there's something wrong with that person.
Wow, that's interesting. So how do you know he blocked you? Is you tried responding back to him and just...
You can tell if you're on Facebook. You can tell like they don't have the option to reply anymore,
Oh, okay.
and their name is grayed out, so you can't click on their profile.
I wonder if people blocked me. I got to...
You'll never know
No,
unless you look them up.
that's true. Okay. Yeah, I friend requested somebody one time, and she rejected my friend request, but I could still see the profile, but I don't see the little thing that says add friend or something like that. I could show you to
Oh,
you.
that's not. If you can see them, then they didn't block you. They just didn't give you the option to add them as a friend.
My feelings
Sorry.
are hurt. My feelings are hurt.
Did you guys hear about the police in Atlanta? They all walked off the job. Like they're not responding to any 911 calls. Did you guys
No,
hear
I
about
didn't
that?
hear that.
Yeah, they said if you guys don't want the police to do their job, then we're not doing anything. And they did a big FU. It's I saw the headlines. I didn't read all the articles, but people were sharing it like crazy. So I don't know if it's a certain precinct or if it's all of them. And I do know 52 police officers walked off the job in that one town. Do you know what I'm talking about, Baxx?
I don't know exactly the name of the town, but it has something to do with the guy that got shot in the back at Wendy's, right?
The 52 police that walked off the job was because they pushed the old guy down and he got the concussion. And those, because they fired the police officers that shoved him down, the rest of that precinct resigned. And now the police in Atlanta, I think that has to do with the guy that got shot in the back at Wendy's. That's correct. But that's insane.
So the guy that got pushed down was in actually Buffalo, New York, and they said he fractured his skull or whatever the case may be. And a lot of police did boycott up there in Buffalo too. So yeah, so Atlanta and Buffalo, a lot of police said you guys don't need us. Then get the fuck off get the fuck off 911. Don't call us. We don't, we're not going to be there for you. That's crazy.
Man, poor Granny getting a heart attack and no emergency services.
But that's my thing though. Sometimes the police don't need to show up for that, right? Granny having a heart attack, that's just the paramedics. You don't need
Paramedics, but some jurisdictions I know that the police officer does show up as well, just for I don't know, either security wise or safety wise, or maybe even making sure there's no crime being committed. I mean,
I think that's the issue people are having, is that police are showing up to things that they don't really need them to show up at, and they're escalating the situation to be worse. So that's why people were saying, like, okay, if someone's calling for a medical emergency, we'd rather have a firefighter or a paramedic, whereas some cops escalate it. So that's what they were saying. But my mind's just blown that all those police officers resigned, and they're just flat out refusing to do their job in Atlanta.
wow.
Yeah.
I was heard something on the local Fox station. They were talking about police officers. They're having a hard time recruiting new police officers because they just don't either want to, deal with everything that's going on, or the negativity and all that stuff, or all the bad stuff happening. Do you guys hear anything like that?
It's just hard for people right now to even wear that badge because just of the view that they're getting right now. You got your good cops, you got your bad cops. So it's like, oh man, but the world is so mad. The media is the biggest instigator in the world. Like, I feel like the media are like those people that, remember like in elementary school, there was always that one instigator who wanted people to fight. And they'll push the other people into the other guy so they could fight. The media is an instigator. So the media messes up all type of relationships because there are bad apples. There are cops who are bad apples, but there's good cops.
Absolutely.
For me, I always tell my story, I was saved by a cop. You know what I'm saying? It was a white cop. I was dying on the side of the road, and this white cop came and knocked on my window and said, "What's going on?" And I told him I was shot in my stomach. So
yeah,
let's just say this was now, and he was to ask me, well, you're a black guy. Do you need my help? I would have said, yeah, I need your help. You know what I'm saying? People need to understand what they're asking for, but we do have to get the relationship better with the police. And for me, I just feel like they need to get some type of investigation going with. They need to do like a temperature check for some of these people that they allow into their force. They need to check what they think, how they think. They need to go back into their history. They need to go back into the type of people that they allowing into this force. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where they go wrong at. I don't know what y'all feel about that.
I actually have a little bit to say on that. So yeah, there are good cops. I don't think the issue is good cop versus bad cop. I think the issue is there's a subculture where cops view people as us versus them. And I feel like that's where the issue comes into play. And then the other thing, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, psychopaths and people with, basically psychopaths and people with authoritarian personality types gravitate towards law enforcement. So people who have a chip on their shoulder or people that want to lord their authority over other people or want to bully people gravitate towards that type of profession, and that's why they are like that, and that's why people have such an issue with that. So maybe those cops that did walk off for doing something wrong, like the 52 cops that walked off, maybe it is good riddance because you can hire a whole nother group of cops that would think it's bad to shove down an old man and cause him to bleed to death, you know?
I don't know, man. It's just the times are crazy, and there's always something crazy like right before elections. The news, like sometimes I just had to tell myself, you know what? I just had to log out because like if you log out, you don't know what's going on in this world. You feel me? Like right now, I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful pool, looking at this beautiful pond. I don't know what's going on in this world. The only reason why I know what's going on in this world is because I'm logged in, I'm looking at the TV, the tell lies to your vision, you know, and that's the only way that I know. Now, let's just say none of this electronics or any of those things existed. All we would see right now is beautiful things in front of us. And sometimes you have to like detach yourself from this world because it can like ruin you. It can ruin you, you know, and I just feel like, you know, this whole situation with law enforcement, I just feel like, you know, more people need to become law enforcement, people that have a problem with it. You feel me? Like it need to be a lot of more African Americans that jump into law enforcement. But growing up, we're taught that, you know, F the police. We're taught no snitching, this and that. So that's kind of like embedded in our psyche to not even want to even go that route. But the older I get, the more I understand that if you're going to complain about something, you got to be willing to change it.
Right.
So, you know, like I'm a realist. I don't just stand behind this is how it is or this how it should be. I'm going to be a realist, and I'm able to take a situation and I'm able to assess a situation on how to actually fix it. Are we willing to fix it? Are we willing to have that conversation? Are we willing to teach our sons to say, you know what, this is what you need to go into and change it? You know what I'm saying? Like my aunt up in Syracuse, New York, she's an African-American lawyer. She's running for judge. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of steps that people need to take so they don't have any complaints. Feel me?
I would just be the devil's advocate here and say that you can want things to be better without being a part of something. Like I want the president to do better, but I don't want to be the president. I want Congress to do better, but I don't want to be Congress. That's not my calling. But I feel like there's a category of people that join the police force who have a calling for it because they want to do the right thing. But then there's also people that join the police force for the reason that I said, and that is because they have authority and they're able to use that authority however they want. And I feel like for us to have a reform, those people need to come out, those personality types, and the people that want to do right should be the people that we let in, and we have to do some kind of testing, like you said. I mean, the psych eval is not that good for cops, and they want them to have a low IQ when they join the police force because they're easier to basically to take orders from. So a lot of things need to change.
I'm not sure about the low IQ part because you need a college degree or something
Nope,
like that?
6 months out of high school, not even that.
Not even in criminal justice? I
No, not at all, because cops don't, sorry to cut you off, but cops don't even know, a lot of them don't even know the laws themselves.
Definitely something to ponder about. So, you know.
It's like a double-edged sword, right?
It is. It absolutely is.
Because
I mean, look, just a few weeks ago, we were loving on cops. We were loving on first responders. During the COVID stuff. Now it's, you know, it's not a good thing to be a cop right now. You know, it's just like the world is making things feel like it is.
it's not, man, because at the end of the day, like those bad apples, like the guy name is Rashard Brooks, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They shot him at a Wendy's. He was asleep in his car. And he, you know, I guess he was able to take one of the cops' tasers or whatever the case may be, and he ran, you know, and they shot him in his back. The reason why they charged the cop with murder because the fact that he ran, the taser wasn't a lethal weapon, and he ran and he shot him in his back. That's the reason why they're able to charge him with murder. So a lot of people saying, well, he shouldn't be charged with murder because he grabbed the cop's taser or whatever the case may be. But the law in Atlanta states that you can't shoot a person in their back, I guess, if they're running, whatever the case may be. So it's a real touchy situation, but you know, it's just been so much going on with police. A lot of relationship with police. There's been a lot of hotheads. Police. We just got to really see where these police come from, who they are, and that's just really what it is with me. Like, we got to understand, where do these police come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who are they? Who are their parents? Who are their grandparents? Like, what do they truly believe? You know, what kind of friends do they have? I feel like people that join the law force, I want to see your friends. Your friends need to be multicultural. The people that you love need to be multicultural, because that way you can actually, you know, kind of like relate to everybody. Like, who were you in high school? Were you the guy? Were you the introvert? Were you the extrovert in high school? Were you the bully? Were you the person getting picked on? Who were you in high school? I feel like they need to go deeper into the psyche of these men that they choosing to police our cities. I could be wrong. I don't know.
You're absolutely right, because like I was saying before, like, they do look at people like that, and they realize that some people are sociopaths. They join because that's the only chance they get to be able to use that authority over people. And then the other thing I've noticed is that cops do have an us versus them mentality. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And because they see people as like, you could be a potential threat to my life, or you could be a criminal, that's why they're so quick to pull the gun out or pull the trigger. Like, if they had more of a community vibe, if they looked at people and said, oh, you're part of the people that I'm supposed to serve and protect, maybe they wouldn't pull the gun on them. Maybe they'll take their time. I think everything that's happening is good, because they're taking their time. They're pausing before pulling the gun out.
So I don't know how to transition to this, but Laura, I know you're a big fan of Disney.
Yeah, I'm kind of a fan.
Yeah, you're kind of a fan?
I am a fan, but I don't have a pass anymore, so I don't like to think about it that much.
Okay.
I want to go back, though.
Okay, so that brings me to my next point. Now, with all this COVID crap, whatchamacallit, whatever you want to call it, how do you feel about Disney reopening up at half the capacity and wearing a face mask?
I'm so jealous, first of all, because my friend told me that it's opening up, like, this week, right? Next week or something?
It's something like within the next week or so, yeah.
I think it's great, because I hate going to Disney when it's packed. And now that it's open half capacity, now those people that are there get to go on the rides so much more faster than normal.
It's like an instant fast pass,
it's
right? It's
amazing. I wish I could be one of those people. And I mean, the face mask, you just have to suck it up, because, yeah, like, you should be happy that the theme park is opening. Yeah, we have to wear a face mask. Who cares? I don't care.
Okay, hey, good point. Baxx, you have any interest in going to like Busch Gardens, any of those theme parks or anything?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't ride roller coasters. I'm a little afraid of heights, and I can't swim. So, you know, for me, I'm not really into all of that. I might walk around with the kids and check out the animals and things of that nature. But
the sights.
Yeah, the sights.
The sights.
Rides and stuff like that. I'll pass. I'm good. You know, I do like the lazy river when I go to Water Safari. Is that Water Safari? Or what's the right next to Busch Gardens?
Oh, Adventure Island.
Adventure Island. Yeah, I like to go chill on the lazy river and, you know, just float around on the floaties, and, you know, I do that the whole time I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he asked me to purchase a pass for my son because his kids are going, and I purchased it. I think it was back in February, and then shut everything down in March, and then he's very skeptical of wearing the mask because he gets like anxiety and does not feel well. So, and I feel bad for that. He can't get a hold of Busch Gardens folks, finding out what's the medical reasons they allow, because he gets anxiety when something's like close to his face. So, you know, you're going to have those folks, you know, go into the park without a mask for that medical type reason. You know, speaking of masks, I brought this up on the other podcast early this week. You know, United Airlines, I think Southwest jumped on board of it. A couple other airlines, you know, you got to wear a mask flying in the airlines. And, you know, and I mentioned, since you guys are sitting here with me, I'll bring it up again. So if you don't wear a mask, they put you on like a the no-fly list or like a terrorist list. I just find that like, holy cow. I mean, they're really taking it seriously out there.
You know what? That's crazy, man. I feel like masks are like the new norm. Like, masks are like hats now. They're like accessories now. We have to wear them for our, you know, for our safety. They're like glasses. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go make me like 1,000 masks. I'm going to make like some fly ass mask. I'm gonna try to make as much money as I could off masks. Like that's the hustle right now. What up? Y'all trying to get a mask business
Exactly.
going? We
It
got
is a big
podcast.
news. It is a new hustle.
Let's get a mask hustle going on. We can hustle everything.
It was funny because my wife said to me, "Yeah, our friend's sister, cousin, it was like a third, fourth people generation down or whatever it was, came over to the house and had a trunk full of masks. The trunk went open, and there was like the little shopping center in the back of the trunk. I mean, that's just like the new norm of business out there. I mean, I don't know how many times I see in my Facebook feed or commercials. They're selling masks like it's like a new toy that's on the market.
From like a woman's perspective, I was looking for fashionable masks. I actually typed in Google and Amazon, and yeah, anything that comes out, now we want to turn it into a fashion. So I was looking up things, and the only ones I found were on Etsy, and I'm thinking, wow, like I'm spending all this money on masks when I don't even, I mean, I need one, but why am I doing this? But anything can be turned into fashion. So if you're trying to get money for masks, make it fashionable, like Gucci or Prada or something, like make it amazing.
They'll be doing it too. I'm still happy wearing my little paper face mask thing from the doctor's office. I'll make it fashionable. I'll take a black Sharpie and just draw a little smiley face or something like that.
Listen, man, I spent hundreds of dollars on N95s, right?
I have it.
Listen, thinking that they said N95s are the best masks. Now you see everybody with these little cloth masks. Like, so you mean to tell me the whole time I could have just had me a nice little cloth mask or a bandana and I would have been good? I done spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars sent N95s in New York and all type of crazy. I did donate some N95s to the hospital too as well. But now you just telling me that it doesn't matter what kind of mask you have, as long as you have something over your nose and your mouth. Like, okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This day and age now, I don't know if you guys, I personally haven't been, but you guys been to the bank lately or anything like that? So I haven't been to the bank. They always say no sunglasses, no masks. What's their policy now? They still allow me to wear a mask inside of a bank?
Listen, I was just thinking that today. I was like, the whole world is masked up.
Yeah.
So what about the criminals and stuff like that? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now that the whole world is masked up, the criminals blend in with everybody, but they said that there's a new app, right, on our Apple phone, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever that app is, right? I forget the name of it. It's like a new app with the update. They said that the mask, even with a mask on, it could tell who you are.
Yeah. I heard Apple was actually rewriting their iOS software because everybody's wearing a mask, and I look at my phone and I got the mask on and it doesn't open up. I got to put my code in or pull the mask down. So
now, does that infringe on our rights? Because now they're recognizing who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like now,
there's another monkey wrench.
Well, I mean, because you don't want government or corporations or just someone random knowing your identity all the time if you're just a civilian. So that's kind of weird to me. That kind of feels like a breach of privacy. And also I heard that the 6 feet apart was so that they can get a full facial recognition. I've heard that from military friends have. Well, I'm not verifying it, but military friends have told me that's what they used to do.
Interesting. You got me thinking now.
AI is crazy, and I told you about that 5G.
The 5G.
They said that's what the 5G is for. So the 5G is able to pick up on your face. That's what they say it isn't how it is in China. They say in China you could walk out and they know exactly who you are. What is that? You tell me, what is that? Like, you could walk out in the freaking street in China and they can scan you and know exactly who you are?
Wow.
That's scary.
It is. I mean, with it's funny because even like simple thing, Facebook. I post some pictures, say, hey, here's my family outing, and you happen to photobomb in the background, and then you get an alert saying there's a picture out there that that you could tag yourself in. So it's out there. That technology is there.
It's not even that. If you just go on your phone and Google anything, something for Father's Day, or just say you Google flowers, when you go back on Facebook, you're gonna get 5 ads for flowers.
Of course, yeah.
So they're watching everything you do, and they're using that information. So
no privacy.
We don't have privacy at all. My FBI agent, whoever you are, I mean, I'm sure you know a lot about me right now.
Just don't do any crimes. You be all right, Laura. No crimes.
Too late.
So, but other than that, I mean, again, this is just an impromptu show. So, I don't know, we really didn't have any plans to really talk about anything else, but we're just here shooting the shit basically right now. I mean,
have you guys gone? I want to start going back to the bars. Do you guys think that's a good idea, like to go out drinking and stuff?
The alcohol will kill it.
Man, listen, I've been going to Circles. Listen, I don't want nobody. That's my spot. Y'all can't go to Circles. Like Circles is so dope. It's all the way in Apollo Beach. It's like one of the best restaurants I've been to thus far.
I'm laughing because we were talking off the air, and he was like, "Let's not say anything about Circles. That's my spot."
You just gave the spot away to however many 8 listeners that are listening to us right now.
Yeah, we got 8 listeners.
We're gonna bleep that out. Circles, listen, Circles. I need a free meal. Circles.
Yeah, I love that restaurant. But I want to go out, but I did see pictures of bars. Maybe it's a club or maybe it's just a bar. But there was tons of people in line and they were not sitting 6 feet apart and none of them were wearing masks. So I feel like people, just because places open up in Florida, I feel like people in Florida specifically are forgetting that nothing's changed and we still have the virus.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think they realize that.
the spike is just crazy. I mean, if most of you, I'm sure you see it on the news. I mean, we're transmitting from the Florida area, so there's an actual website out there. It's called Florida COVID-19 Dashboard. So right now, this is what are we June 18th. And what time are we? We're almost 9 o'clock at night recording the show. So we have 85,926 positive cases in Florida. And you click on here, and just today alone, this actually the report that came out, because I guess they're one day behind because today's not over with. So June 17th, we had 2,714 new cases out there. That's the highest it ever been on this recorded little pie graph thing that they have here on this website.
So what are we gonna do, y'all? Like, how are we gonna get through this thing? This thing is crazy. I think a lot of people are so like numb to it now, and that's the crazy part about it is that in the beginning everybody was doing everything that they were supposed to do. There were no cars on the street. There was no traffic. The traffic's back. The restaurants are backpacked. Chick-fil-A line is all the way down the street again.
Oh God.
So my thing is, what are we gonna do? Like, are we just gonna act as if we're just gonna stick our head in the sand and act like it's not there, or what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep our immune system up? Like, what's the plan?
That's what people look like they're doing right now. People are all out and about. I mean, I don't know what's driven this number so high. The governor claims that, there's a lot more people getting tested. Well, yeah, I mean, originally people were getting tested because they had symptoms, Now here are people getting tested just to get tested.
Well, they should, though, because it's asymptomatic. So
Yeah.
you need to get tested. And we would never know how high the number is if we didn't test the entire population. But our president did say that basically he said that if we test less people, there would be less COVID-19 cases. That's coming from him.
Yeah, I mean,
That doesn't make sense.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Of
yeah,
course there
of
would
course.
be less. You're testing less people. So I feel like the vibe from the White House is that COVID-19 is not that serious anymore. So I feel like that's why people are taking it lightly, because they don't like the lifestyle. They hate being trapped in the house. Then you're hearing from leadership, it's really not that bad. So if you already have the negative attitude and you're hearing from leadership, it's not that bad, of course you're going to go out and live your best life.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, I like to go to nightclubs, listen to some good music, but, what are they going to be doing? Do we have to wear a mask while we're dancing and drinking? I mean, I don't know what is going to go on out there in the world. I might as well just stay home and watch Netflix.
Yeah, that's not happening. We're not about to be dancing and drinking with people we can't see. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing. Like, you can't even see who you dancing and drinking with. You feel me? Like, who are you? You feel me?
They're going to be catfishing you in real life. They're
Yes.
going to have those masks on. So it's going to be beer goggles times 2, because you're already drunk. They have a mask on. You don't know who these people are. What if she's ugly?
Well, yeah, those new masks that come out. I don't know if you saw those. It's actually like an imprint of like half your face, and they put it on the mask. So you know what? You get somebody. I'm not going to be sexist or anything, or male, female, but you get some fat bastard underneath the mask, but they put a nice pretty face in the front. So when you go bow chicka bow home and take the mask off.
Yo, you got mask fished.
Mask fish. But yeah, that I mean, I see those things. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, but I'm missing sports right now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm missing sports.
So how is sports going to change? Like, what's the new vibe of sports? Or are football in the bubble? Like, what's going to happen?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
You're gonna do air tackle? What's gonna happen?
I know. I mean, yeah, what are they going to do with football? I mean, we're based out here in Tampa, and we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we got Tom Brady coming in, with us now. And, eyes will be on Tampa. I mean, if you're a fan or not, Tom Brady, eyes will be on Tampa. And, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
It's gonna be 2 years before he even get to step on the field and play. Guaranteed.
What, are they going to, make him go third string or something like
That's my
that?
prediction. I'm talking about 2 years before they even open the football back up.
Oh, okay.
I disagree because I feel like the vibe is that COVID-19 is not that. I feel like people are trying to open everything back up, especially like things that make a lot of money. They're trying to reopen because they don't want to lose money. So I feel like sports, they're just going to say F it and open back up. That's my theory.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm a big hockey fan. I can't wait for the Lightning to come back. Just finish out the darn season already, but I'm missing sports. I mean, I'm sitting there watching NASCAR, and I'm not a NASCAR fan. Now I'm getting the kicks of like, wow, they could change those tires pretty quickly.
I don't miss sports, but I do miss like the social gatherings, like the Super Bowl parties and stuff like
Right.
that, and the tailgating parties. Those are fun.
Yeah, that'll probably get pushed out. Actually, though, if they start football on time, they'll still do Super Bowl, the end of February? The end of January. When is Super Bowl? I can't remember. No, I think it's the end of January, February, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's around there.
Yeah, but hockey's supposed to be done right now, and they haven't. They're still in the talks of getting things restarted, and hopefully finish up to like the final 8 teams or something like that, do a playoffs type deal. But yeah, I need my sports.
Yeah, come on, Corona, just die, please, Corona.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the vaccine, sort of like I mentioned in some previous shows. I'm going to wait for sort of like the Apple iPhone updates. I'm going to wait for people to get their vaccinations and see how well they react to it, and then I'll get my vaccination.
Okay, I just want to throw this out there. I said, Alexa, play the news for me, and literally no joke this morning, they said there's another virus out of China, and it came from someone eating an animal, and it's another one. Like, you guys look it up. I don't want to put out false information, but I didn't follow up with it. So
No, I did not hear that.
once
That's
we get rid
news.
of Corona, get ready for another. Maybe it's the apocalypse.
No, let's see. I got my computer in front of me. Let's see. So China, new virus. You think I'll Google that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Nobody gets to go to China or come to America anymore from China. It's over. I mean, damn, what else I'm supposed to say? Like, if it's coming out of China, like, what the fuck? I'm not anti-Chinese. I'm anti-virus.
Yeah, the virus. Let's see. I don't. It doesn't pop up straight on Google. I mean, it's the first thing that popped up in Google. This is the latest. China has the most new virus cases since April. That's the first thing from ABC News. But
Okay, so hopefully that Alexa thing wasn't real.
no, Alexa's always right. They're part of Amazon, right?
So if it wasn't real, I apologize. Oh no, it's real.
It is real.
Yeah,
What do you got?
It says the World Health Organization says new virus outbreak in China needs further testing after hypothesis. So they need further testing to see what type of virus it is or what it's going to do to us.
So they're going to call something like something 20 instead of 19?
So they call it a COVID-19 virus mutation. Oh my gosh.
Would it grow an extra arm? Or?
I mean, it sucks if there is a mutation, but it does make things interesting because I mean, I've been waiting for The Walking Dead to be a real thing. Zombie. I do need to get a gun.
Gun sales are through the freaking roof. Holy crap.
Oh, you guys, you reminded me. I have my concealed class on Sunday. I almost forgot. It's on Father's Day. So it's early.
Oh.
It's early in the morning. It's like, well, not early in the morning. It's about 1 o'clock. So after that, me and my kids can go hang out. But yeah, definitely get those concealed. Definitely.
Wow.
It's
Okay,
a crazy world out here, y'all.
I never shot a gun. Never shot a gun. BB gun, that's about it.
Oh, shooting a gun's fun. I'm gonna do what you suggested and go on the black market since it's like Walmart. And
For those don't know what we were talking about, listen to our previous shows. We talked about the black market.
Let me ask you this, guys, this question. Do you guys like pancakes? So check this out. Aunt Jemima's story is over. But it started in my home city, and I never knew this. I never knew that the Aunt Jemima story, the lady on the pancake bottle,
Yeah.
on the syrup bottle, it started in Syracuse, New York, man. So this is what it says. It says, most people recognize Anna Short Harrington as a face on the syrup bottle used to eat pancakes and waffles. But many do not know her career with Quaker Oats that began in Syracuse. So with everything that's going on, you know, a lot of fights for, you know, black people and African Americans, and, you know, just trying to right the wrongs that America did with a lot of African Americans. It came to find out that Aunt Jemima was originally a slave. But, you know, Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben, like all the African American faces that you see on, you know, these products like syrup and rice and things of that nature, they are coming off the box now. So I guess, you know, all the protesting and everything else, it kind of broke some chains. It broke some chains, and you know, I'm not mad at it. I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like if it started off with like a racist connotation, then it needs to go. You know, I was used to seeing the Aunt Jemima on the syrup, you know, but I didn't know the history of it. I didn't even know it was in my hometown. I didn't know that she's buried in Oakwood Cemetery. My father is buried in Oakwood Cemetery.
Really?
My grandmother is buried in Oakwood. I got cousins buried in Oakwood. That's where everybody who dies in Syracuse, most of them get buried in Oakwood Cemetery. I don't even know how Oakwood Cemetery has any more room, but that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, she's buried in Oakwood Cemetery, and that's crazy. That's just a little piece of history that came out of Syracuse, New York, that a lot of people didn't know. But yeah, they taking her face off the syrup and Uncle Ben face off the syrup, and I feel like if it started off with her being a slave, whatever the case may be, I feel like it's right. You know, it's right. It should happen. I feel, and I'm excited. I feel like chains are being broken. You know, I feel like a lot of chains are being broken.
Right.
I feel like some people are trying to keep the chains on both sides. You know, but a lot of them are being broken. In high places, people are seeing, you know, the wrong that was done to us, and you know they're recognizing it, and you know their hearts are being convicted. I feel like that's super dope, man. Like America is changing for the good. A lot of people wanted to stay the same, but I feel like the minority are the people that wanted to stay the same now. I feel like the majority of people wanted to change, and that's just how I'm feeling right now. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I didn't know that the history of it. I mean, it was interesting because when I saw that syrup, I just thought, you know, okay, this is the lady who created it. You know, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But it's very interesting. I learned something new today. Pretty neat.
Yeah, I just looked it up. She was based on a minstrel character, and if you look up what minstrel means, it's where back in the day, white people used to put on blackface, and they would blacken up their features and, like, you know, draw like a wider nose and bigger lips, and they would act like black African Americans back in the day to mock them. And her character was based off of the mockery, and then it kind of changed over time to make her look less like a minstrel character. But it was based off of that. It was based off of mocking African American women back in the day.
Wow.
As slaves. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't know the history, now people do. And
All right, guys. This is definitely an impromptu show. That, you know, everything was just, you know, whatever was on our minds. We didn't really prepare. I mean, we did pretty cool. I definitely we just working out some little bugs and little kinks, but you know, we're going to be coming up with our new introduction, and we're going to change our name to our Facebook page too.
What you talking about, LaB?
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, anyways, we're on our platforms. We are on Podbean. We're on Apple. We are on TuneIn. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, and the newest one to our family is CastBox. And we also will be streaming this to our YouTube channel. And we will be changing the name to the search box to...
What you talking about, LaB?
What you talking about, LaB? Hopefully people could spell what you're talking about. I wonder.
Hopefully people understand where we get LaB from, man. You know?
just don't tell us.
It's a mystery? All right.
You'll find out on the next show.
All right, everybody. Have a great evening or a great day, whatever time you're listening to this show. And please like and subscribe and share our show. We are on a $0 per month budget for advertising. So the best word is word of mouth. All right, everybody. Thanks for being on, and thanks for tuning in, and have a great evening. See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
What you talking about, LaB?